And joining us here today for our Eye on Terre Haute is Mayor Duke Bennett. Of course, always great to have you stop by.
Thanks, Brittany. Always good to be here.
Good. Well, we always have our list of things we like to chat about, what's going on in the city. One of them would be a hot button topic right now. People are talking about the trash tax, as they call it, or the sewer tax, as they call it. First of all, let's talk about what it is.
Okay. What people need to keep in mind is we're going to add this to the sewer bill, but it's a separate fee, a solid waste fee that will help us pay for our trash contract with Republic. The citizens of Terre Haute are very fortunate that the city has always provided trash pickup for them through their property taxes. Well, the problem is we've lost $10 million a year because of the tax caps that people are no longer paying in property taxes, but we still have that contract to fulfill. We've cut everything out of the budget that we can without laying off policemen and firemen. That's kind of where we're down to. And 80% of the communities in Indiana already have one. If you live in the county, you have to pay for your own private service. You know, it's not free, and that's what a lot of people say. And there has to be an opportunity to be able to pay for that contract. We've got 12 more years on it. So this fee will go directly to cover that 4 times a month pickup of trash and the large items that we pick up, the debris, and all that stuff that we pick up for you for this fee.
Okay, let me run this by you. Some people think, okay, why are we paying this tax, trash tax? You know, is it because of the deficit they talk about? We're having to make up for the money. You know, does it have anything to do with that? Because
absolutely.
People are wondering, okay, why are we paying this if we're in the green, if we're good?
Well, we're not. I mean, we have a deficit with our general fund. That's where we pay for the trash contract out of. About $33 million a year budget, and that pays for all the city services primarily. And in that $33 million a year is a $2.6 million contract with Republic to pick up the trash. Well, we've lost $10 million a year that used to go in and help us pay for that $33 million budget. So that's where the money will go to us, just to pay for that trash pickup. We have a balanced budget this year, but as costs increase in the future, you know, the trash contract goes up every year. We have to offset that with some new revenue. We have to do that. All the other communities have already done it. We just have lagged behind doing that.
Okay, and this being Friday, you guys plan on talking about it again some more?
Yeah, you'll hear a lot about it in the coming next 2 months.
Okay, sounds good. Well, moving on to downtown in the city area and some areas outside of the city, surrounding city areas, we're talking about development. You have a lot going on, a lot to fill us in about.
This is going to be a big year. You know, there's a lot of retail opportunities I think they're going to happen, but right now we're kind of seeing a surge in residential, as in apartment buildings and those kind of complexes. We've got 3 different developers are looking in the downtown area right now. And, you know, one was announced recently there at the old Boys and Girls Club site on 3rd Street, but there's a couple of others that are taking a look. The market demand is there for people to live downtown. And we've also got a couple developers that want to do some things outside of the downtown area. And so seems like we're going to have a pretty big boom in the next 12 to 18 months on construction as related to some pretty upscale type housing opportunities.
Now, we've talked about revitalizing downtown, drawing the people to downtown, so this will just kind of add to that project. You
know, they see that people want to be there, so as they build it, and people, the first 2 projects downtown were leased out before they even opened. And so there's much more opportunity there, and they see that opportunity. Once they're in the downtown area, it'll help other retailers, restaurants, small shops, whatever, because they will then be able to serve those people that are living there.
Gotcha. If you build it, they will come.
Well, in a way, that is absolutely true.
And then moving on to the Boys and Girls Club, that was something that we've talked about out on 3rd Street. Their building getting sold. You know, how does the city have a hand in that? Well,
you know, they obviously are looking at some assistance from us in a variety of ways. There's some utility issues there that have to be dealt with. Our sewer, as an example, some utility work related to that. Just the fact that it has to be, you know, the rezoning part of it and some of the incentives or whatever they may ask for. So we always play a role in those as it gets figured out of what they want to do exactly. And this one's moving along at a pretty good clip. So it appears that this one is likely to happen.
Okay, and do we have any sort of timeline as to when we'll know some more concrete dates?
No, you know, the original plan was to start construction in August of this year and be open for next school year. But, you know, it depends on a lot of things, but they're moving ahead pretty quickly on it.
There's always a lot of hoops to jump through, a lot of things to sign.
There is, a lot of red tape.
All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, we always like to hear from you, have some little information as to what's going on in our community.
Yep, thanks.
You're welcome.